I feel so weird having my hair in a different style because I always wear my hair down, but we're trying something different. What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. So today we are talking about the Orly Breathable line and their winter 2021 collection, which is called Bejeweled. So this is not Orly's regular nail polish line. They do have a separate holiday winter 2021 collection that is coming out for their regular brand. This is specifically for their Breathable line. If you haven't heard of it before, I've done a couple of reviews on it. It's basically treatment and color. I'm just gonna read this off my phone just so I get all of the information correct, but the polishes are infused with argan oil, vitamin B5, and vitamin C, and it's also a breathable formula. You don't need any base and top coat for this, but it does work and apply like regular nail polish. And of course, if you haven't heard of Orly in general, they are a mainstream nail polish brand that is vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients. They are cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals, and they are formulated without any harmful ingredients. So in terms of numbers, they are over 10 free. I believe they used to market themselves as being 12 free, but I'm pretty sure they are moving away from that kind of language for their brand, which honestly I'm totally on board with. I feel like the numbers are getting a little bit out of control. But anyway, about this collection, we've got 5 shimmer nail polishes and 1 cream finish, and all of the shimmery polishes are really interesting. They're not multi-chromes. I think they're more of a duochrome shift, but they definitely give me multi-chrome vibes, and I think you'll see why once you see the swatches. But before we get started with the swatches, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Holzkern. Holzkern is an Austrian brand that designs watches and jewelry out of natural materials like wood and stone. I'm actually wearing a couple of their pieces right now. So I have the Alice watch, which is just a really beautiful wood watch that's inlaid with green marble. I just really love that amaranth red wood. It's so beautiful. It's definitely my style. And I'm also wearing this necklace from them. This is part of their Perception line, and it also has that really beautiful amaranth wood in there. They actually have a ton of geometric jewelry designs on their website that I absolutely loved. I thought it was so cool that each design had this sort of message to go along with it, but I ended up choosing this one because it felt the most inspiring to me. It says, "This design is a reminder to keep an open-minded view and look with promise towards the future," and I just think that's so beautiful and inspiring. They have over 600 designs on their website, so there's really something for everyone, and they also have free international shipping for every product. Holzkern was kind enough to give my followers a discount code, so you can use the code KELLY13 for 13% off your order there. So I'm gonna link what I'm wearing down in the description below so you can check that out if you're interested. But thank you again to Holzkern for sponsoring today's video. And now, without further ado, let's get into the swatches. So roll the footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am gonna be using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I am using the Orly Bonder base coat. So we'll start off with the only cream finish in this collection. This one is called This Took a Tourmaline. By the way, the names of this collection are very clever. I really enjoyed them. But this one is a really beautiful medium cranberry reddish pink shade. And as you can see, the opacity on this was extremely impressive. It really gave me full coverage in one coat. Of course, I ended up doing a second just so you guys could see what it looked like, but I just really liked the Orly cream formula. It was very impressive. Next up, we have the shade Over the Topaz, and this one is a really intense duochromatic orange. So it shifts from orange into this light pinky kind of color, and then around the edges you can also see a really golden yellow, so definitely really gorgeous. This one had a little bit of streakiness upon application, but basically what I do with streaky polishes is the first coat I will do for opacity, and then the second coat I'll be a little bit more careful with my brush strokes so that all of the lines are going in one direction. Next up we have the shade Don't Take Me for Garnet, and this one is a really intense deep fuchsia shimmer, and it also has that duochromatic quality to it. It's a little bit more subtle, but you can see sort of like a pinky, almost gold color in some lightings, and then in others you get this really intense fuchsia pink shimmer running throughout, and then we have a little bit of like a warmer pink base to it. So again, just a really pretty color. I absolutely loved it. Again, a little bit of that brush strokiness, but it kind of dries less brush strokey, and also, like I said, I like to do that second coat just to make sure all the lines are looking nice. Next up we have the shade Alexandrite by You, and this one is a really beautiful purple duochrome. So looking at it head on, you can see that that base color is a really nice soft lavender, and then the shimmer running throughout shifts from this really intense fuchsia into this almost yellowy green kind of color. It's a little bit subtle, but it's actually really gorgeous. I love this combination. You guys know how much I I love purple nail polishes, so of course I was gonna love this one. And I really love that extra added kind of sparkle that's going on in there. Next up, we have the shade Huron Sapphire, and this one is my absolute favorite of the collection. Honestly, in the bottle, I wasn't even that impressed with it because it just looked like a basic cobalt blue. But as soon as I started applying it on my nails and I saw all of that sparkle, I was absolutely blown away. You can see it honestly just looks alive on the nails. Even when I'm just slightly moving my hand just to get all of it painted, you can see so much sparkle. It catches the light so beautifully. It feels like the perfect holiday blue shade. It's so stunning. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade Do a Barrel Roll, and oh my gosh, if it weren't for that sapphire color, I would say this one was my favorite, but I have to give this one second place. It is the most beautiful green. So we've got this really deep, almost teal base to this duochrome shimmer, and then that duochrome shimmer within it has this really intense lime green color that shifts into an almost silvery platinum kind of shade. And wow, it is so stunning. I love that sort of lit from within look that soft base and intense shimmer gives. And you guys know how I feel about Orly greens. They do an incredible job with them. I feel like they've made so many good ones this year, and this one is no exception. It's beautiful. It feels like the perfect holiday green. So here are all of the shades together, and I have to say I really enjoy all of them. The only thing I'm questioning is why they decided to add a cream in this collection. I really enjoyed the formula. I think the color is really gorgeous, but I almost wonder if they would have benefited from having a sort of yellow-green duochrome in here as well to kind of really complete the rainbow of the collection. But overall, all the shades were gorgeous. The formulas were just incredible to work with, and I really loved the duochrome-y shimmer that I saw in these shades. So those are the polishes, and like I said, I just think these are so beautiful. I really loved that almost multi-chrome vibe. Maybe it's because I've been getting really into multi-chromes lately, but there's just something about these colors that feels so multi-dimensional to me. But that blue was such a standout shade for me. It's just so deep and beautiful. It feels like the perfect winter color. I am totally in love with it. So these polishes come in 18 milliliter bottles. They are by far the biggest bottle of any nail polish brand I own. They also have a wide flat brush that has a rounded tip, so it's super easy to apply, and they do have a rubberized cap, which I also love and always like to mention. I get mine from HB Beauty Bar, and there they retail for $9.50 USD each. And I also have the discount code. You can use the code KELLI to get 22% off your order there. They also sell the Orly Bonder base coat, which, fun fact, if you didn't already know, it is one of my top 2 favorite base coats of all time. The Orly Bonder base coat and the Cuccio base coat, which HB Beauty Bar also has, are my 2 absolute favorite base coats. So you probably see me using them like 85% of the time. So obviously, highly recommend. I'll link those down in the description as well. But yeah, that is it for my thoughts. I want to hear from you guys though. What do you think of this collection? What do you think of the shades? What do you think of that one cream finish in there? I want to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I am also posting occasional Thursday videos for the holiday season, and you can find me every Friday morning live on Twitch. I do a nail art live stream, and it's usually a really fun time. We often get derailed. The manicure almost never goes as planned, but it's just really fun to hang out with you guys. So I will link that down in the description as well if you're interested. Huge shout out to my Cosmic Admirals on Patreon, Amanda M, Braxton Scott, and Rocky Man's daughter. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Brooke B, and Brooke wants to know, do you keep a planner, physical or digital, and how up to date do you keep it? I personally buy them, write a few things down, and then forget about them. So I am absolutely the planner person. I have very much been obsessive about keeping a planner for a very long time. Honestly, probably since I got out of college. I just felt like that's the only way I could organize my life. And I do it with a physical copy. I am not a digital planner person. I don't even use the calendar in my phone at all because I am so particular about keeping everything in my planner. Not only is it extremely up to date, but I consult it multiple times per day. So I used to use a regular planner, and obviously I used it as often as possible. One thing that I really love to do is keep I don't know how to explain it, but like my to-do lists are like incredibly like broken down, because for me, I feel like the easiest way for me to do a task is to do it little by little instead of look at it as one giant task. I like to think of it as like a ton of really small tasks. So I always just have like crazy to-do lists. But actually in the last year and a half, I started doing bullet journaling, which is basically drawing out your own planner for your own needs. And I feel like a lot of people ask me why I would draw out my own planner, because it seems like it takes up a lot of extra time, and it does, but it's also like kind of just like a fun activity for me. And I really decorate mine. There are people who just keep it for to-do lists. I personally do like all the decorating. I use it as a place to practice my drawing and practice my hand lettering. And I also keep track of like all of my habits. I have lists of like things that you guys recommend to me, books, I have lists of movies, I have lists of nail polish brands that you guys recommend. I keep lists of when I have done certain chores around the house, like when's the last time I did XYZ. I keep lists of when the last time I went to every doctor appointment that I go to was. What else do I keep track of? Obviously I keep track of birthdays and stuff. And it's also how I like keep track of collab stuff and things that are coming up. It's actually kind of crazy. Like I'm so terrified of somebody finding my bullet journal, because not only do I use it to organize all that stuff, I also just free write in there, where I just write down my thoughts sometimes. So I feel like that is just such a huge part of myself that I don't know what I would do without it. Like actually, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to consult my bullet journal and see if there's anything else that I have to do tonight before I go to sleep. But yeah, I am curious now. Are you guys planner people? Or are you not planner people at all? I honestly cannot fathom what it must be like to not have every single aspect of your life planned out, but also I think that's just something that keeps me from feeling too much anxiety. So I can understand if you don't have anxiety, you might not need to plan as obsessively as me. But I am curious if you guys are planner people, if you're not planner people, or if you're like very much planner people like me. Let me know in the comments. We can chat about it. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.